recently just added this post here inside of my community about how my HeyGen AI clone failed last year. And in this video, I'm going to talk about how I used HeyGen, ElevenLabs, Make.com, Upwork, and Descript to create a whole bunch of AI clone videos. However, all it really achieved was bringing people out of the woodworks, telling me how I actually look like Johnny Sins. Now, I don't know about that, and you can be the one to decide, but we're going to talk about the things that failed, and we're going to talk about the new strategy that I'm using this year in order to improve this. Also, in the second part of this video, I'm going to show you step by step how you too can create your own AI clone. And then I'm going to show you how you can download this cheat sheet so that you have it by your side as you're creating your AI clone to ensure you get it correct. So this section right now that you see on the screen is actually an AI clone. However, the voice is not. And that's one of the big lessons I learned. Initially, we were using ElevenLabs in order to do the voiceover. But what ended up happening was the voice was very monotone. And I'm well aware that my voice is already monotone as it is, but it was even more so. Plus, ElevenLabs has a problem that it doesn't really like Australian accents. It tried to make it sound American all of the time. But before I do dive into this, let's have a look at some of the videos that were created. So all of these videos here that you can see were created completely without my involvement. So I'm going to go through the process of how I was not involved at all for creating these videos in just a moment. But the most important thing to recognize here is look at the view count. It's not very impressive, and it's basically just wasting everybody's time for putting up these videos, even though I'm not spending a lot of time on it. And if we look at the best performing one, so the best performing one was this one here about code friends, and the engagement levels were pretty low, right? Like down to 57 seconds for the engagement overall, and that was our highest performing one. But if you now look at this new strategy that I've implemented just last week, the video, even though the topic is not great, it's already doubled the engagement rate. And that was the sign that I was looking for. I'm going to go through this video and how it's different in just a moment and really lay it all out for you. But before I do, let me tell you about our old system. So last year, we were looking to build a directory for Big Moves AI, for all of the AI tools that are out there. So the plan was to create a directory with reviews for all of the different AI tools. So we started with some of the smaller, lesser known tools, which was probably the wrong strategy. So that was the first thing that I got wrong, is we did the wrong video topics. We were doing reviews of all of these relatively unknown AI tools that weren't really getting a lot of traction. So of course, we're not going to capture the momentum that you get from the AI tools that are actually trending. So that was our first big mistake. But what we did is we built a system where once we had a AI tool that we wanted to add to the website, we would then send that AI tool off to a contractor that we hired on Upwork. And then the contractor had a video layout that they would follow, and then they would record a screen share for the entire review. Once that was done, they would then submit a form that put all the files back into Airtable, and it then automatically ran through this automation. So the automation would get the video file from Google Drive. It would then convert that MP4 into an MP3. We would then transcribe the MP3 with OpenAI. We would then improve the transcript, because what would happen is it would often get the names of things wrong. So it would very rarely get ChatGPT right. It would get things wrong like PDF or API. And then we would need to change it for the script to be set for text to speech. So instead of writing $13.99 like this, you would actually make it become $13.99 in words. We would then create an improved hook for the video in this one, and then we would send it directly into ElevenLabs to create the entire script and then push it all back into Airtable. So what that did was that gave us a file here for my voice with the video, and then we also had the file ID here for our Google Drive video, and then we would simply just merge them together and begin editing inside of Descript. And then once that was done, we would come across into HeyGen and we would do very short clips. So we would do an intro with about an 8 seconds clip. We would do then maybe 2 to 3 other HeyGen clips throughout the video to place my avatar into the video. So that was the entire sequence. Now, there are other YouTubers who are making this work. So Julia McCoy is one of them. As you can see here, a lot of her videos are actually getting some really great views, and they are completely done with an AI clone. And Nick Singal is another one. You can see here some of his videos are getting traction as well. But the big difference with both of these channels is that they are doing a whole lot more editing on top. So you can see here, if I hover over this, It's a mixture between a lot of editing and the AI clone in the video as well. So the maximum amount of time for the AI clone to be on video is probably around 10 seconds or less. Then they have a whole lot of editing on top. So that was one of our other big mistakes, is we didn't do enough editing. Our editing was largely quite boring and something that we definitely need to improve. Now back to our Airtable system. Once we had our video file and the ElevenLabs voiceover, I had an editor on my team who, not really a video editor, just a VA that has been with us for a while. And we got him editing the video based on putting these together and then just adding a couple of HeyGen clips. So there was no involvement from me at all, and I never really checked the scripts. That was on purpose. I wanted to see if we could grow this without my involvement at all. But turns out we can't, because there was a lot of fluff inside of these videos. And that was the next biggest mistake, is that there was not enough script oversight by me. The final thing was the ElevenLabs voiceover. So like I said, ElevenLabs really favors the American voices. Trying to get it to match my voice was not great. And even the new version is actually even worse. So if we look at these other channels here from these other YouTubers, Julia McCoy is also quite a monotone type of presenter anyway. So her voiceover is a little bit more monotone than she is, but it actually works well for her. The big difference is she's got some momentum with trending topics. So that's the big standout here. And my second reason why I think they've got some extra traction here with these clones is because both of these guys already had an audience anyway before they started doing the AI clones. So I think they're getting that initial momentum from years and years of building an audience, and then their audience is actually quite willing to go with them on this experiment on YouTube. Whereas starting from scratch, it's a little bit harder to get that initial traction. Back to this new video, what are we doing different? So the big thing to look at here is, if we look at the version that wasn't doing well, we had 57 seconds, and this new video is 2 minutes. So it's about double the engagement rate. There's a few important things to point out that we're doing moving forward. Number one is we're improving the video topics. At the moment, because we've recorded about 200 of these videos, we are now doing a whole lot more editing and putting them into a compilation style. So we're still not going to get a whole lot of traction initially for some of them, but some of these compilations will actually be epic, because there are some epic tools coming out. But the compilation style is immediately going to improve our videos. So we're going to improve the topics, but we will begin to do more trending topics as well over time. With the existing videos we have, we're removing at least 50% of the script. So this just allows us to remove all fluff to make sure it's absolutely the best video we can possibly do. Once we've removed and changed that script, then I'm actually doing a real voiceover on these videos as well. Then we're still going to use HeyGen, but we're going to improve our editing as well. And step one in improving HeyGen was actually improving our avatar. So as you can see here, this is the old avatar. It was an in-home studio kind of cheaply set up. Whereas here, I went to a professional studio. The lighting could have been slightly better, but it's definitely a much better feel for the editing itself. The other thing that we're doing initially to improve the editing is we're adding a little bit better of an intro here with AI, and then it goes to our AI avatar like this. Over time, we will begin adding better and better editing to this flow as well. However, I want to see more traction first before I start spending more resources on this channel until I see it's heading in the right direction. So if you just follow all of those tips that I've just given you, then you're going to be in front of most people when it comes to creating AI clones. So with that, now let's move on to how you would actually create your AI clone. To do this, you want to open up a HeyGen account, and we do have a discount for our community. So you'll see this on the screen now of how much of a discount you can get. It's probably one of the best discounts that I've seen for HeyGen. And you want to sign up to be at least on the creator account, but ideally the pro is going to be the better one for you. The big difference is on creator, you only get a 1080p video export, whereas on the pro version, you get a 4K video export. Plus, you get 10 times more generative usage than on the creator plan. Next, when you sign into HeyGen, you simply just need to come into the My Avatars on the left-hand side here, and then you want to create a new avatar. So I've already done this, and because I've created this one time for myself, then I can add more and more versions inside of here. So this is what they call a new look. In order to create a new avatar, if you already have an existing one, you can come up to this button up the top here and then click New Avatar. From here, it asks you whether you want to clone a real person or create a virtual character. And then you simply just select Clone a Real Person. Now we have tried using the clone voice inside of HeyGen itself as well, which I mean, they're predominantly using ElevenLabs anyway. And we found that it was actually not as good as using the ElevenLabs dashboard yourself. So they do give you the best practices for creating an avatar. So once you go through to the next page, you'll be able to see this video. But largely, you want to make sure that you have a 4K camera and you're recording in 4K. You want to maintain a natural line of sight. You want to disable auto exposure, and you want to check the consistency by recording a short video first. Ideally, use natural lighting for best video quality or high-end studio lighting, and then the background, keep it simple. So make sure everything's very stable, and then avoid quick movements. This is how I messed up initially, is that I was doing way too many quick movements and intricate hand movements, and that's what made it look very weird. So you almost need to feel like you are staying very still when you are recording this, and any type of hand movements or head movements that you use, make sure that they're very slow and steady and deliberate. So if you look at my versions, you can see here even that I'm looking away from the screen in this version here, which is not ideal. You also want to keep your eyes directly on the camera when you are recording. This was also in my home office and the lighting wasn't great. I didn't have a good setup. This one here is in studio. So what I did to record this is a much better version is I actually went there with a video I wanted to record anyway. It was fully scripted out, and I just read that same video 6 or 7 times in an hour. The studio cost me maybe $100 for the hour, but now I have this really clean and professional looking avatar that I can use for every single video moving forward. So by doing it the same script 6 or 7 times, I could then choose the best 5 minutes where I was the most animated, where the avatar was most natural, and it actually built like a pretty decent avatar using HeyGen. Now, if you're in the US, then you could try training ElevenLabs with your voice as well. To do so, you would need 1.5 to 2 hours of voice in order to train it. And you want to make sure that it's very clear that you have all of your different styles, how you talk, make sure it's your most polished version, because you're going to see a decline in quality once it actually records. Now, once they come out with a new model, it's probably going to improve and you won't even be able to tell, but at the moment, that's how it stands. Then once you've added your avatar, it doesn't take very long, maybe 20 minutes in some cases, maybe a little bit more. And then you now have this avatar to use moving forward in your videos. In order to use them, you simply find the avatar that you want to use, click on it, and then click Use in Video. Now, the big difference for us, remember, is that we're actually using this with a real voiceover. So we export an MP3 file and then we come across to here on the left-hand side and we click Upload Audio and we upload the MP3 file of my voice that we want to sync with the avatar. So here's a 4-second version here. We simply just add that audio and then it will lip sync the audio to the HeyGen avatar, and then within 5 minutes, you'll be able to export that and edit it back into your main video. So it's actually quite simple. There's nothing to be scared of. And once you've done it once or twice, then you see how simple and easy and quick it can be. So there you have it. These are the reasons why I failed. And this is the new strategy moving forward. If you follow these tips, then you too can build an AI clone. Now, if you do want to dive further into AI, make sure you watch this video next. See you there.